All right, we are back. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Knuckles Family and Friend Podcast, where we discuss the challenge, season 4 Battle of the Eras right now. Here are my lovely co-host Kasey, and we apologize for not being here last week. I was away in New York. Kasey wasn't feeling well, and so we had to postpone it till now. But we're going to talk about episode 3. But before we talk about episode 3, let's give our quick thoughts on episode 2. What were your thoughts on the decision making for the elimination? Which, by the way, I didn't like how we went straight to the sand instead of just giving us the decision. Instead, we had to go with a flashback, which I did not like. What was your thoughts on the decision making?
Yeah, I mean, I also didn't like. I mean, you saw the people down there,
Yeah,
the way the production was, and then even they showed them picking cards,
yeah.
It was just weird the way they set that up, but they were good. I mean, I love those eliminations that they did. I think I think the one was silly, the last one where they had to unlock the thing, and the only reason that elimination is epic is because CT lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When is that an epic elimination right there?
Yeah, I would
we
rather
see
see a reverse tug of war or something like that.
It hasn't been seen it. We only seen it once, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what was so classic about that?
Right? What's so classic about it?
I don't know.
It didn't fit. It didn't fit.
It could have used a better elimination.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on the decision making. It was Anissa and Derek. Well, Derek volunteered himself. They pick Anissa, which I saw that happening.
Mm-hmm.
The whole car and Brandon thing. Here's who I'm confused about Car, right? We all knew she was gonna get picked, but Laurel keeps flipping her reason. Oh, I don't want to carry Car or anything like that, or I'm going after her because she's a strong competitor, and she says I want strong competitors on my team. So which one is it? If you're gonna go for Car because she's a strong competitor, I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. But the switch in room would be I want strong women. I don't want to carry Car. I'm not the biggest Zach fan, but Zach was right in his pockets. Lori, you're being a hypocrite right now. So which one is it? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. That's what we're all confused about. Like I said, if you want Car because you're fearful in the final, that's fine. I got no problem with that decision. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if you wanted strong women, you would have voted for Aviv. No respect to her, you would have voted for Aviv. Now the Brandon thing, that's what Ryan wanted. And quite honestly, Brandon's energy, I like the guy, but yeah, I'll move forward. It was no surprise that Corey picked Tony. Which, if you're trying to get the strong competitors out, I would have gone for Jordan. Now I get it; he is your strongest guy on your team, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to face him in the final. So I mean, like I said, I can see both sides to it. Especially for your game, Jordan has the bigger connections on that team. If you somehow take Jordan out, I mean, would that be a good thing or a bad thing for that team in terms of the connections?
Yeah, and even in that episode, it's we didn't know what the format of the game was gonna be like, and we'll get into it later. But I think that was a key component because they are in teams at this point.
At this point,
At this point, you want to be on Jordan's team. You want Jordan on your team. So that's where it's kind of I get what I can understand, wanting to throw in strong players, but not quite yet.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised that they threw in Amanda. If we're gonna go with relationships, Amanda's been there longer, and I'm not gonna lie that I like Corey, but I don't think that was a good move voting for Amanda, and Amanda called him out for it. It's yo, and I know people are not the biggest fans of Amanda. I'm starting to like her more now, and from when she came at Corey, I don't think she was lying. I do believe that Corey did talk to her about we don't know anybody here. You're my number one right now, and Amanda, as far as I've known, I haven't seen her lie. I don't think she's ever bullshitted.
I agree 100%. I love Amanda. I really like her, but also in the same thing I said about Jordan, like this is a team game, and Amanda was the weakest girl on the team. Like you have Naya, Tori. Who else is on that team? I'm happy.
Avery here, John A. But
John A.
here's the thing, Avery, we haven't seen her in God knows how long, so it's like we don't know what she can do.
That's true.
But in this episode 3, Jordan did say he knows Avery for a very long time. So I'm guessing Jordan might have probably persuaded Corey to vote it in for Amanda because Avery knows Jordan. So even though we haven't seen Avery in like over 10 years, she does have a relationship with Jordan.
And Naya. Naya and her actually fist fought on their season of the world.
Which I still don't understand how I've seen many fist fights, people get taken out, but for them, they were still on the show.
I know, right?
I know. But are they cool now, I guess?
I mean, it seems like they are. I mean, that was
it was very, very long ago. So
and it was over a guy that Avery doesn't give a shit about anymore. So
I forgot what it was about, honestly. But yeah, we all know about that. So yeah, I mean, maybe I can kind of see why. Then Era 4, they said they vote for Paul because of the chemistry or whatever like that. But Paulie did call out Theos. We're giving people what they want, and it was gonna be Olivia. I mean, it was without a doubt. And I'm just listen. We're gonna talk about these eliminations very fast. We're gonna talk about episode 3. Okay, Anissa and Katie fought in the tug of war, or whatever. Katie had a good fight for maybe a couple minutes, and reality set in, and she was done. The Derek and the Mark thing. Derek is just great at pole wrestle.
Like I don't think that any of the Era 4 people could beat Derek at a pole wrestle. I don't think Horacio could beat Derek at a pole wrestle. Like, let's be serious.
No, I mean, look what Derek did with Joss.
Exactly. Like, there's no way. Nobody's beating Derek in a pole wrestle.
No. And I love Mark, but yeah, as soon as Derek won that first, I'm like, yeah, it's over. It's over.
It was over.
Then Era 2 played the little cage game, or whatever it was called.
Yeah,
Cara and Kellyanne looked like they were going head to head right there.
That was really close. I was like worried for Cara. Like
I was
I'm not the biggest Cara fan, but like I am a Cara fan. And I thought Kellyanne might come, but I like Kellyanne too. But I thought Kellyanne was like,
oh no, trust me, a lot of these eliminations I did not like because I like a lot of these people, and it's like, damn, guys, like already you're throwing my favorites in there right now because there's no rookies this season.
I know, it's like,
But Carla came up on top. Now, Brandon and Ryan, I'm sorry, Brandon, but it looked like he just gave up. I think as soon as he knew it wasn't physical, it looked like he just checked out.
Yeah,
it looked like he checked out. And Ryan, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Ryan, and like Ryan always confuses me because it's like when he wants to step up, he doesn't want to step up. But at that time, Ryan stepped up. He did what he had to do. He showed that he wanted to be here. And I saw this one clip on Bananas podcast, and Cam was like, we can do better off without Kellyanne and Ryan. Cam was like, well, fuck you, Brandon. I saw that shit. She had every right to be mad. She had every right to be mad. And all no respect, Brandon, it's like you've been losing like every elimination. It's like you've been losing like 6 eliminations now straight.
Yep.
And quite honestly, it's like he's had a good showing on the Cutthroat. After that, he's just hasn't done anything since.
Nothing.
He hasn't done anything. So I mean, he's a nice guy and everything like that, but it's like he hasn't really done much.
And I just had like higher hopes for him. Like I
did too.
Huge fan, and I just like ever since he's come back in these like later seasons, I'm like, come on, Brandon.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a loss for me. Era 3, balls in. What was it called? Balls in? Yeah, whatever. Naya destroyed Amanda. Well, Amanda showed a little bit of something in that. She showed a little something in that. She did, but it was a matter of time before Naya. I mean, the weight did matter in that. The weight did matter. It definitely mattered.
100%. But I mean, she gave Nia a run for her money. Like that was
she
close.
did.
Like she knocked it out, and Nia had to like go back.
She did. And the Tony and Leroy thing, I was disappointed in Leroy.
So I was devastated.
I'm like, he's the first to go.
The first to go. Like and then we'll get into it later. But like, it pissed me off. That pissed me off even more after seeing the second episode. So mad.
Third.
We
gotta talk about that because there's something that's just been. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But it looked like, honestly, Leroy. It looked like Leroy was checked out.
I know. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how he lost. Like,
Was he missing his family too much?
Yeah, I mean, he just had a baby, like a little baby.
Yeah, that can be tough. I mean, I had to see Leroy go, but I mean, I'm telling you, these eliminations suck. I'm seeing so many people that I like go home. I'm like, fuck, man. Like I said, we didn't see these guys work as a team. Like, come on, man. Come on. And then the fourth one was Hall Brawl. And these were one-sided. I thought Paul would have done better. Honestly, I think those two should do the pole wrestle. I feel like that would have been a better matchup right there.
Probably. But Theo's big. Theo's a big dude. I feel like he looks smaller on TV than he is. Like he's
he's a tall ass motherfucker. He's like 6'3".
Yeah.
And like 6'3".
Yeah, like I feel like Paulie just didn't. I mean, even in a pole wrestle, like I feel like Paulie just doesn't stand a chance against Theo.
I mean, hey, I mean, you look. I don't know. I saw what Derek did to Joss in that, and I feel as though that would. But granted, y'all playing elimination. It is what it is, right there. Like, there's no excuse for that. And Paulie took it like a man. Pause. Like, he accepted his defeat. I called him out. And, it didn't work out for him right there. Probably could have had a better strategy with that, but didn't work out. Did not work out. And sorry, I'm just looking for something right now. And Olivia and Nerys, quick thoughts on that?
I mean, as soon as I saw that it was Hall Brawl, like last season? Last season.
For a second.
No, not last season. It was Ride or Dies. Seeing Olivia in the Hall Brawl against Raven was crazy. Like, I have all the faith in Olivia in a Hall Brawl.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But now go that's like smaller though. Yeah, it just wasn't a racist time. And I know Horacio's sick right now, but honestly, I hate to say it's probably better for your game though.
I agree, 100%.
Better for Kara's game too.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have our eliminations right there, and then at the end, TJ said, "Hey, you can you're going home, but you can give in your votes to see who's going to win." Which he did say, how you treat people is very important in this game, but it's like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it if you're eliminated, you can still hold my fate. Like, if you're done, you're done. Like, you shouldn't have any implications on the game right there. I just think that's just dumb because at the end of the day, everybody in the challenge house is not going to like each other. Mm-hmm. They're just not. Should I be nice to everybody? You're not going to like everybody. You're not. So I just thought it was just dumb, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's trying to put an element of Big Brother into it, because at the end of the Big Brother, the house guests choose who wins. So I think that's what they're trying to do. But I don't either. It's about being able to run a final, and
it's giving me All Stars 4 vibes again. I get relationships are important. It has to be there should not be any implication on the end at the final though. I'll be damned with this. Oh my god! I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't like it. I really don't like it. So anyways, let's get to episode 3 right now. We want to give our quick thoughts on episode 2. So let's get to episode 3. So everybody's back for their teams. Era 2 is still iffy because Card says that Bananas and Laurel might throw challenges just to get me out of here. That's true.
It's true.
That's very, very true.
It's not something they haven't done in the past. So.
And once again, if you do that, you're just gonna make Cara look good at the end. Honestly, y'all gonna seem look like the bad people at the end of the day. But speaking of bad people, did you see that clip of Laurel saying that Cara's overrated?
Yes.
I'm just saying this. I think she was trolling because she cannot. If she really believes that, then you never voted for her. And like it is, I can say so much about that shit right there, but it's like, Laurel, you're making it easy for people not to like you right now. You're making it very easy. And I understand Laurel fans are gonna be like, yeah, no, she's right, but it's like, if Cara is overrated, then why are you trying to get her out of here? Like why were you trying to get her out and past this season, last season? Like y'all just said that she's your biggest threat. So if she's overrated, she wouldn't be a threat to me then, and if that's the case. But I think she was just trolling because there's no way in hell she really means that.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not a huge Cara fan. She gets on my nerves, but no way is she overrated. She is a bona fide challenge champion, and she deserves all the credit in the world.
And I'm not the biggest fan of Laurel. But I give her flowers, so I'll give her credit. Like, I just thought that was just dumb.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I thought that was just dumb. Now, what did I miss right now in episode 3 right now? Because like I said, I was packing. I couldn't write that. Sorry, guys. I'm packing for Giant Con tonight. So, like, I was watching it while I was packing, so I couldn't really write down my notes. I'm trying to think, like, what else happens? I know there was the daily challenge, and there was the liberation, and then the elimination. Like, what were there any key moments that happened before the challenge even started today?
They did talk about like the hookups in the house, like Emily and Brad are hooking up.
Yeah.
And then
Nia and Josh for a little bit.
Yeah, they showed Nia and Josh, and then we'll get into the rest of that later. But yeah, they showed Nia and Josh. Who else did they show? I mean, they showed little clips of Horacio and Nerys. Oh, Theo and Olivia. They did show Devin and Michelle hooking up.
But wait, I think was this all at the toga party though, or is this like before the daily?
This was at the toga party.
Yeah, the toga party was after. I'm looking at.
No, this was before, and then the toga party was after.
Okay, no, I'm still okay. I'm looking at this right now. Okay, not really a whole lot. It kind of went straight to there. You're saying, talking about certain relationships right now. Then it went to the daily challenge right there. Okay, let's go there. All right. So today was the first challenge where they're actually on teams now. So now we get to see like how the chemistry works right here. And what was the thing was called Gladiator?
Gladiators.
Do you remember what they had to do? Because you're always good at explaining what the daily challenge is.
Yes. So it was like a 3-legged type of race thing. So the first thing that they had to do was get in these big long rowboats and row a long way. I don't know exactly how far it was, but it was pretty far. And then once they finished that, they had to each person on the team had to eat one disgusting plate of food. And then once that was done, then they had to put all of the challenge flags in order from season 1 to season 40.
And yeah, that was bound to happen because why else would they have it all right there? Like, it makes sense. Now, yeah, so this is where team chemistry comes into play right here. And this was the common thing for a lot of people. I know how to row by myself, but when I row by other people, it doesn't work out. Oh, also, team captains. They had team captains.
Oh, yes, the team captains, yes.
Error 1 was Jody and Darrell. Error 2 was Aviv and Derek. Error 3 was Tony and Avery. And error 4 was Kylan and Kasey. Yes. Now, they didn't say what were the implications of that, but like we all know, every time you're a team captain, if you lose a challenge, there's a high chance you're going in.
Yes.
High chance you're going in. And start from the bat, error 3's chemistry was on point. Error's 3 row was good.
And I expected that. Like, I knew Era 3 was going to be good, but I expected more from Era 1. Like, you guys know how to row a boat.
Everybody was expecting Era 1 to do well with this. But like I said, then again, we can't say that rowing together is difficult. Era 3 was able to get it. Like, yeah, Era 1, they did not have a good shot right there. They did not. It was awful.
I was confused. Like, but you know what? Now that I'm thinking back, remember there was in one of the All-Star season, there was like a rowing challenge and Derek shit the bed real bad.
Oh yeah, he did.
So, I mean, think back. But like, again, you guys are Era 1. You've been doing this for some of you 40 seasons.
Your whole entire life.
You know how to row a boat.
Yeah. I don't know how to row a boat.
I can't row.
But y'all been doing this for years still. Decades.
Yeah. Decades. Eras.
Was Era 3 ahead the whole entire time? Was it between them and Era 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, it was Era 3. Yeah, Era 3 was just...
They were way out in front.
They were way out in front, yeah. I mean, Era 2 and Era 4 were neck and neck with each other, but like Era 3 just did a damn good job. And when it came to Eden part, you know what time it is. We saw what Tony did in Vendettas. I don't know how he does it. Because that shit is gross.
It's gross.
But he did it.
Yes.
He did it. He did it for the team right there. And then it was the going to seasons in order, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm a little bit surprised they did that on the first team challenge right there.
I know. Me too. Me too. That it was done so suddenly. But
yeah,
I mean, it's the first daily, so on the 40th season, so that kind of makes sense. But usually they have those like put the challenge in order like later in the game.
Okay, it is.
Maybe they'll have a trivia though later in the game.
Next week. But no, Era 3 killed it in this. They won, by the way. Era 3 won in this. Like, Era 3 did a really good job. And like, I never saw them as a bad team. It's like, it can potentially work because it's a balanced team of like athleticism and smartness on there. Era 1, chemistry. Era 2, strong women. Era 4, you're like the new school. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know for something else, but like Era 3 is the most balanced of the teams right there. And it showed right there. Era 2 got in second. Era 4 came in third. And Era 1, man, it was bad. I was sad. I wanted to cry right there. I want to cry. Now with Era 3 winning, the whole team is safe, and Tony and Avery hold the power. Now since Era 1 came in last place, Darrell and Jody are automatically sent to elimination right there. But basically, Era 2's Avery and Aviv and Derek, and Era 4. Kylan and Kasey had to tell them how, deliberate for about, I don't know, like a minute or 2 minutes, I don't know, explain to themselves why they should keep them in the game. You know what I'm saying? So before that, we had the toga party, people were hooking up, stuff like that. Kylan was hooking up with Naya, which that caused everyone to laugh at Josh, and Tori was laughing at Josh, and that I gotta know that shit. I'm like,
they were laughing at Josh, like I just think it was like it's like a funny situation, like, and they were all like, I liked the way they addressed it, because back in the day they would have been like, oh, Naya's a slut and this, that, the other thing, but now we're at the place where it's like Naya's a single girl, like she doesn't owe anybody anything, like she can do whatever she wants, and people respected that. So
that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
I really appreciated that, because
I like that. Like I said, I don't know. I had to rewatch it too, but Josh being Josh. I mean, then Tori crying. I'm like, can we just skip this right now? This is why I wish Amanda was here right now. Amanda would have said some shit right here.
Like, shut up. Yeah,
it's not that serious right now.
Guys,
Like I said, I don't.
competing for $1 million. Like,
I
shut
don't.
up.
I don't know that. Like I said, I don't know. They're laughing at him, but it's like they knew what was going on right there after Nia was with Josh, and which go kind of he's a better guy anyway. He's a good guy anyway. He's a good guy anyway. So I just thought it was overblown. It was just stupid. It was really stupid. But let's get to the main, like, the biggest part of this episode right here. The deliberation, where is it called the deliberation? Because I keep saying that word. I don't know if it's called deliberation.
It is like,
is it okay? I don't know. I'm just trying to sound smart right now by saying that word right there. I don't know.
It would be weird because they always call it a deliberation. So
okay, cool. So I was right then. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So here's the thing. Colin brought up a good point to Tony. In your era, you're the bottom. You're the bottom when it comes to the guys, because you have the least relations right there. So that's fine. Basically, if you save us, Error 4 and everything can work together. Which they bought. That was a good. That was a good. That was a good offer right there. But Avery, she's not gonna vote in Derek. That's her guy, right? That's her. That's her homie right there. She ain't gonna do that. Now, they did ask Darrell if you had a choice, who would you want to go up against? It is Viv and Derek.
Like, I feel like he worded it wrong, which is so just like Darrell's. Like,
what do you mean? What do you mean he worded it wrong?
Like, when we were sitting at the table, he was like, "Yeah, Derek and Aviv." Like, you could have at least like said like, "Well, as a male, like I want to go against Derek, but Aviv's my girl." Like, he could have finessed it a little more, so it wasn't just like
maybe
Aviv. Like,
could possibly, but at the same time, he's trying to win. Here's the thing. Darrell says, "Oh, I don't like." Well, see, that's weird because Darrell says, "I never want to throw shots at anybody like that." But it's like, Derek, I don't know. Darrell's not saying the right words because when Derek went in for him, Darrell's like, I never would have done that. Like his words are just like, Darrell, I don't think I would say that right there. I get what you're trying to say, but yeah. And yeah, I guess you could have finessed there a little bit more right there. So, but the biggest thing was Avery and Tony could have come up with a decision. And Tony says, "Yo, I'm trying to go in this season. I'm not trying to be scared. Get in." And Avery's like, "Kylan and Kasey. That's a threat right there. That's a big team right there." So it's like, yo, what are you doing? Right? And I don't know, it's something that Kylan and Kasey offered him as to why he doesn't want to throw them in. But okay, here's my thing, right? And Kasey, correct me if I'm wrong, please do. I'm a feminist. I'm not scared to admit that. I'm a feminist, right? But where do we get off? Where did this idea come from that, oh, Tony's being a man right now. He doesn't want a woman to make a decision. Where did that come from? Because at the end of the day, he's thinking his decision, she's thinking her decision. So where did this whole man, we're not gonna let this man walk over us right now as a woman? You're saying regret, which I'm happy for that, but it's like, when did this whole man against woman thing happen right there? I don't get where that's coming from.
To me. I can explain it to you.
Okay.
It's the way Tony is. It's who Tony is. Like, in the past, present, I have a friend that is just like Tony, and it's a matter of the things you've said in the past, the way you've behaved in the past, that kind of presents the situation to itself like that. Like, Tony in the past has made it clear that he would expect a woman to go along with what he's saying in the game because he's strong and he's a man and he knows what he's doing. When Tony never knows what he's doing. He clearly in this episode. So I can see why it came off. Like, I could see why the girls would think that way. Like, being a female and knowing somebody just like that, I would feel the same way even if it wasn't presented that way, just because of the way he is.
Okay.
I'm not saying, and I'm not saying that he couldn't have changed and grown and not
Yeah.
be that way, but because like that's the facade you had put on for the challenge in so long. Look at the way he treated, like, I mean, not that, not in any way, shape, or form that Camilla doesn't deserve any bad juju that comes her way. She 100% does. But like even the way like he
Fuck
would
Camilla.
to
Fuck
her,
her.
I agree 100%.
Fuck
But
her.
just like as an example, like coming off that way, and even the way,
Yeah,
honestly,
it was a bad. Yeah, it was bad between those two right there.
yeah, absolutely, and even the way he, not that, you know, I don't know, I just the way he comes off is just like
So it's
that.
more so about his past and
Yeah,
knowing Tony
and
who
like
he
his
is.
personality, like absolutely 100%.
Now, do you? Well, I mean, do you think it was going to be a stalemate? Because it's like it. I was thinking that is somebody going to crack? Is somebody going to crack?
I thought Tony would crack. Honestly, I was like, you know
Me
what?
too.
He's changed. I thought to myself, but if he's changed, he'll crack. Like, because it made sense. It didn't make sense. Like, she came into this game like, me and Derek are friends. I'm going to have his back. Like, that's part of the way the challenge is played. Tony had absolutely no, and don't get me wrong, like, I didn't want Kasey to go in, but like Tony has absolutely no connections to Kyland and Kasey. It made no sense.
And he's saying he doesn't trust anybody too.
Exactly. So why are
So and where, like I said, you say you're not trying to play a scared game. You want to go for a big team, but like big hit. Like, am I missing something right here, dog?
right? Like exactly. Like it didn't make any sense. And that's why again I go back to Tony just wanted to do this for no reason and Avery should have just what? Like gone with him? Like no. Like
Yeah.
he gave one reason. It's like, oh, they could win. So, like, she had an alliance in the challenge game. Like,
She did, and if you guys don't know, like coming into elimination, um, Avery and Tony, they're on a stalemate, and we know in the past if it's a stalemate, chances are you are going in, or something. It's never good.
It's never good.
It's never good, and Avery should have said, "Yeah, I think Tony doesn't want to be here." No, there's no. I think she says Tony doesn't want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, "Damn, son."
I mean, that's where all the signs pointed. Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, he was just, I don't know what he was trying to do, and what pissed me off even more is that he's having that attitude, and he just sent Leroy home.
Yeah, and he even said, I thought I was disappointed in Leroy. I thought either I understand myself or Leroy was just not like good enough or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, dang, Tony ain't playing around this season.
Right?
And, hey, bro, y'all had a strong, you come back from elimination and you win the daily. You win the daily. And then you go to elimination? Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, but shout out to Avery for not voting a friend. And now she says she blames Tony for being into going to elimination. You can blame him, but you're also choosing this for as yourself too. So like, Avery, I got nothing against you, but like you got to own up to that shit too. You can't fully blame Tony for going in.
I agree with that as well. Yes.
Yeah.
But I would have done the same thing as Avery, though. I would have been like, no, like, you're wrong. Like, I truly believe that Tony was wrong. So I would have been like, no, you're wrong.
Yep. It was not a good decision by Tony. It wasn't. Yeah. So then they had to go up against Darrell and Jody, which it was 1-on-1, not which I expected that to be. I did not think it was going to be chew onto that. Just would have been dumb. I
Yeah,
would have liked that.
100%.
And it's the elimination was called One Step at a Time. They had to complete these pile of color blocks or whatever, and certain colors couldn't touch one another. Certain had to be after this color. Like it was a lot. Like I would have been like, "What the fuck am I doing right
I
now?"
just straight up turned around and looked at Devin like, "Can you help me, please?" Because I
I
have
just
no idea what I'm doing.
at this point, I was saying this. I think the whole house is against Tony right now. So I think everyone's gonna be cheering for Darrell. And honestly, even though during that elimination, Tony quit.
Yeah, he was laughing. He was laughing.
He was like, yeah, like he it just showed he didn't want to be there.
No.
It showed.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Sad. It showed.
After what he did, strong start.
Yeah.
Terrible finish.
Like I'm so mad. Like you could. Why didn't you give up last elimination and we would have had Leroy here still?
Like I hate saying deserve because at the end of the day, you're all here. I don't think there's such a word called deserved. But damn, I would say Leroy does. Well, then again, Leroy didn't even look good in that elimination either.
Mm-mm.
He didn't look like he wanted to be there either. You know what I'm saying? So I guess both of guys can go at that point.
I guess. Yep.
Now we get to Avery and Jody, and here's the thing. Yes, Jody's a badass, but in these type of things, I don't know how she's gonna deal with this. And it was good. This was a very good elimination by them. And what were your thoughts on this thing? I mean, how do you want to say it? Because it's just like, wow.
Yeah, like I mean, there was a lot of assistance from the crowd for both of them. Like,
yeah.
But it's so like even my own reaction, it was so strange because I've never not rooted for Jody. Like I've always been a huge Jody fan. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm cheering for Avery. That's so like strange.
Because
like,
after what just happened.
Yeah, like and I was like, okay. And then me and Kelly even talked about it. She was like, how weird is it that like we were kind of cheering for Avery and not Jody? I was like, I know. Like
I was cheering for Jody just because of Aaron won. I Avery got screwed. Well, like I said, Avery put us on herself as well too. But like after what Tony did, it's like, yeah, I gotta go. I'm so cheering for Jody.
Yeah.
But I would have been happy with either person who won. Like I would have been happy with the decision. Like I was still cheering for Jody, but like I wouldn't be mad if Avery won as well.
Exactly. Like that's where it was weird. I was like, that's so
weird. And it looked like Avery was gonna lose for a second. I thought like, yo.
Like when she had to undo everything.
Yeah. But she pulled it out and Jody. Man. Jody.
Oh, Jody.
Unfortunately, Jody did not get it done. Avery got the win, and it was beautiful to see her team run up to her and hug her. And I saw Tony going over there. He's like, yeah.
No.
Nah.
No.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog. Nah.
Yeah, go home. You can just go home, bro.
Yeah, he had to go. I felt bad for Julia, but I think the problem was she said, "I wish it was a team one," and I'm like, "See, I think that's what you messed up on.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be wishing that. You can't be wishing that. You can't. You know how the game works right there. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Like I saw that coming, that it was going to be an individual one. Like
yeah, I think we all saw that coming.
Yeah.
But I like Jody, and I just wish she. Aaron one did not look good at all.
Not at all. This challenge, not at all. I hope that's not the pattern moving forward. Like, I get they're older, like I get it, but like, you have a strong team. Like, come on, guys. Like,
you do, but also after the elimination, TJ does a curveball. Targets. So how does it run against? So if you get a target, you basically have to win it, right? Like so, if you come in last, like how does it work again? Because like I said,
yeah, the targets are basically like the team leaders that we're on today. So those are the people that are going to be up for elimination if you lose the challenge.
even if they're not the team captain,
they will be the team.
Oh, they're automatically team captains.
Yes.
Okay.
They will be. So the winners of the elimination, the female chooses a male from every era, and the male chooses a female from every era that will be the team leaders at the next challenge.
All right. So it would suck that you can choose your own era too.
And your own team.
Yeah. So Darrell chose Anissa. Avery chose Derek because he was not looking at her.
Yes.
From era 2, Darrell chose Laurel.
Mm-hmm.
And Avery chose Bananas. And Kara's like, see, now we're going to probably compete now. And they'll throw it this time. From era 3, Jordan nominated himself. Yeah. Jordan nominated himself for Avery, which I think he solidifies the team captain and that thing, even if he's not going to be a captain for certain challenges. So respect to him. And Darrell chose
Naya.
Okay, chose Naya. And era 4, Darrell chose Jenny because he doesn't know her. And Avery chose Horacio.
Yes.
So these are some heavy hitters that you're picking for your for your target right now.
So this is where you go for like the strong people, like
yes, exactly.
Because and also them to win a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Which it says they just won elimination. Now it's like you kind of know who you're gunning for now. Mm-hmm. In a way.
Yeah, but also like because I was also thinking, well, if Laurel and Bananas are up, would Kara throw a challenge? Because that's what they do to her. And I was like, she could, but it wouldn't be smart.
It would not be smart.
Laurel will then go into elimination. She's gonna win the elimination and then just throw it right back at Kara, and it would be a stupid back and forth.
It would be, but Karma's a motherfucker. But it would not be smart. First of all, how can you throw when it's only one per? Like, I don't know. You're kind of piss off the whole entire team as well too. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's a good idea for Kara at all to do that.
I agree.
Especially with that many people on your team, regardless, though.
It crossed my mind, but I agree. It would be stupid.
I didn't think about that until you brought it up right there. So that'll be very interesting if they do that, though. But today episode was good. You know, it wasn't your time, Tony. It was your time at first.
Was.
But I thought you were going to make a name for yourself, too.
Right.
But it turns out you didn't. So, you know, it's unfortunate.
Yep.
It's unfortunate. So what was your thoughts on today's episode?
I really liked it. I liked the daily challenge. It was fun. You got like every aspect of it. I liked the drama that they had because it was silly. It was stupid, but it was also like, respectful as well. So I liked the little drama. I still can't stand Josh. Like I just can't stand Josh.
It was nothing too. I'm sorry, Kasey. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I don't like Josh.
It was nothing too crazy drama. It wasn't crazy drama right there.
Exactly.
Like we're still gonna get. Sorry, I'm just doing some stuff on my phone that I had to do for tomorrow. I'm so paying attention. I feel like we're gonna get the Kara and the Laurel thing eventually. Like it's happening. Don't worry, folks. It's happening. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen right now. But like I said, as of right now, well, we don't know who the alliances are right now. It's still early in the game. Of who's aligned with Fu right now.
It is. Mm-hmm.
It's too early. Like, yeah, we're gonna have to wait. So I said it's only the beginning right now. Like, the crazy stuff is still yet to happen.
I agree.
Crazy stuff's yet to happen. But like I said, I liked it. Very happy for Avery. Which honestly, I like Amanda. But what Avery just showed right there is the reason why they rather have her Avery than Tony. Than Amanda. Which by the way. if that was a man in that position, what do you think would have happened? And I hate speaking hypothetical, but like with Amanda though, how would that be?
If it was like Amanda and Tony,
yeah,
they would have put in Kyland and Kasey.
Oh damn, right there. Okay, simple as that. Well, yeah, Amanda's not even friends with Derek like that, so yeah, it would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. Yeah, but yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense right there. So yeah, man, that was a crazy one. So shout out to Avery. Okay, MVP of the episode was Avery. I think she was the MVP of this episode. Like she's shown that hey, I can do this, even though y'all have not seen me here in a long time. I can do this right there. So honestly, Avery earning her stripes right now.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
She earning her stripes right now. So like I said, I feel as though if you're picked to be on Arrow season 40, you're here for a reason right now. So I'm happy for Avery right now.
I agree. And I mean, Era 3, like that team is great.
It's like, it's balance.
Yeah, like that Era 3's team is going to be one that needs to be reckoned with.
But do you think it's going to hurt them now that it's only that they lost Tony and Lee right now? Because now you're shorthanded now.
I don't think it's going to hurt them.
It depends on the challenge, though.
Maybe.
Numbers matter on a certain challenge, though.
And then they have Tori. Like, I just feel like they have really, really strong players.
Devin, yeah, Tori's the one that did the memorization of the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I know people don't like Tori, but like you gotta give Tori her flowers, though.
Absolutely.
You have to. Like there's a respect that you gotta show right there. There's a respect thing.
Absolutely.
There's a respect thing right there. But yeah, I mean that's about it, right, guys? Like I said, we quickly, went to the main points right now because I got to pack for my trip tomorrow. I'm almost done, but like I want to eat some food first, or some little dessert, and then finish packing because I'm mainly done. I'm like mostly done. When you cosplay, it's like you always think to yourself, "Dang, should I bring this? Should I bring that? What happens if it rains? What happens if this happens? I need a backup from playing right now." Like I'm not a cosplayer, but I cosplay. So, but I'm always like thinking to myself, "Oh, I might need this cosplay. I might need that cosplay. Well, that look good for this certain day." Like it's just so many thoughts going through my head right now. And just think about this. I'm a guy that's saying this. The girls go through a lot more when it comes to their cosplays right there. And I'm just like, it's another for me. But for the ladies, yeah. It is difficult. Man. It is tough for them. So, ladies in your cosplays, shout out to y'all because your decision making is very difficult. Me, it's like, okay, it was pretty cool. I might have some double thinking, but y'all, it's like shit. Props to y'all right now. But thank y'all so much for tuning in and listening. Appreciate this video a like. Next week I won't be on any more trips right now, so we'll be on our regularly scheduled programming right there. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, thoughts on today's episode. Thought Avery was the MVP, which honestly, at the end of every episode, we gotta give her MVP moment, our MVP person right there. We gotta do that. So Avery was definitely the MVP of tonight's episode right there. I'm sad to see Jody go home. I really like Jody, but like, I just feel so mentally, man. Mentally, people are not here. Like, I don't know if it's like an elimination thing. You guys are just out of it right there, but it's like, Jody, I like you, Jody, but it's like, she just, I still think she's one of the best challengers, but it's like, damn, Jody.
That was disappointing to see, but everybody. Yeah. You can't win them all, right?
You can't win them all. You can't win them all. But anyways, folks, we'll be back to this next week. Y'all have a good night. Y'all take care. Have a great and safe Labor Day weekend because this is the last weekend of summer, sadly. I mean, technically, summer's not technically over, but it's like, after Labor Day weekend, it's like, shit.
It's like football season. Hook 'em horns. Let's go Texas.
And Eagles.
And then go Birds.
And go Birds, yeah. Girls, birds, forever. Even though you're from Texas,
I mean, I'm from Texas, Longhorns College, but I bleed green.
Are you near that? Were you from? I can't remember. Were you near Dallas?
No.
Oh, you weren't even close to
I was
Dallas.
close to Austin. It was Galveston. It's like an island.
Oh, okay. Then you're fine. Then you're fine.
No.
You're fine.
No.
You're fine. You're fine.
No,
You're
no,
fine.
no.
You're
No.
fine. You're fine. You're good at that point. All right, folks. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.